Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So I actually just got to work, and as you can see it's dark outside because I am working a night shift. I know I haven't worked a night shift in forever, but it was the only shift available to pick up, and since I'm per diem I usually just pick up gaps, and that was what was there, so that's what I took. It is actually my last shift ever as a bedside nurse in the ICU because I graduate CRNA school and I'm going to start my job in a month or two. So I'm going to go ahead and take the next month off, and this is going to be my last shift. I can't believe it, but I just figured I should vlog it for memories and to share with you guys. So here we go. I'm going to vlog my last shift ever as a nurse. I'm about to clock in as an RN for the last time ever. As always, the first thing I do when I get a report, if my patients are stable enough for me to leave the room, is go into the computer and look through my patients' charts and see what I have going on for the night. So I look up meds, labs, anything that could be due, and then try to read a few notes to get the whole picture of what's going on in my patient's situation. This particular night I only had one patient because I had an empty bed that was open for an admission, and the one patient I had was intubated and was in the ICU for respiratory issues, specifically a COPD exacerbation and pneumonia. So this patient was intubated, sedated, and had a lot of things going on, so I wanted to read through his notes, see what he had going on specifically that I hadn't heard him report, and just get some more details. Next, it was time to give my first round of meds. I'm getting vancomycin here, which is an antibiotic. And I also needed to change my tube feeding because we change it every night at 8 p.m. So I'm grabbing the supplies for that. And I'm also getting this stuff together for my labs that I know I'll need to draw in the morning because I just like to leave that in the room and have it all ready. I had to stop filming for a little while, obviously, because I was in the rooms doing stuff. But what I did while you were gone is I gave all my medications. I got the tube feeding all changed. I gave my patient a bath, and then I did some charting of my assessment, which I also did during this time, my head to toe physical assessment. And then I had a quick little snack, and then I decided that I should set up my room in case I get an admission. So I went to set up my empty room, and the first thing I did was go to the supply room, and I got the stuff I needed. An arterial blood gas kit you always need for admission, so I went ahead and grabbed one of those. I also grabbed some fluids, an LR and a normal saline because I wasn't sure which one I was going to use yet. IV start stuff, I grabbed an IV kit and also a 20 and 18 gauge, which is typically what I always grab. Sometimes I grab a smaller gauge if I know they're going to be really hard to stick. Blood pressure cuff, can't go wrong with that. And also I checked the glide scope equipment because we're having a lot of respiratory things going around right now with COVID and stuff. So I wanted to make sure that this was all ready if we need to do an intubation, and I put the anchor in the room. Then I went into the room and set up and checked the suction. This is very important because the worst thing is when you don't have working suction and there's an emergency going on, especially an intubation or anything. The patient's vomiting, the patient's spitting up stuff, coughing, you need suction. So whenever I hook up suction, I always double check it and make sure that it's working on high power. And then I went into the goodies bin, which I like to call it, which is basically just where I keep all the stuff for an admission. And the tech sets this up sometimes, so I double checked through it and added my stuff. We have here some syringes, some vacutainers, something for drawing urine cultures, alcohol swabs, SCDs. We have some extra IV kit stuff in here, and just anything you can need. Then I double checked our supply cabinet, which is fully stocked. As you can see here, I didn't even have to add anything. And then the room was all ready for the admission. I zeroed the bed, made sure the bed was made, and we were all set. Quick little update, it's about 4 a.m. I just had a little snack, and now I'm about to send my morning labs. I have an empty room, so I could get an admission at any time, so I'm trying to stay a little ahead. Hi there, my shift is over. My last shift is done and I clocked out for the last time as an RN. It feels super weird to say that. I felt really weird coming home, and when I was walking out, it didn't even feel like it was my last time. It felt like I was going to be back like the next day or another day for a shift. and I took the stuff out of my locker and emptied that out and just felt really weird. I didn't really make a big deal my last shift, and I was working with like a lot of people who I don't normally work with because I normally work day shift, and since I went per diem, there's a lot of new people there, so it was just really chill. I never got another admission into my empty room. They said I was gonna get an admission, but then it went somewhere else, so it was a very easy night. Right now I'm just feeling really grateful for everything in my life, and I was a ICU nurse for almost 6 years, so August would have been my 6-year anniversary as an ICU nurse. I went straight into ICU as a new grad, and now I'm a CRNA, and I'll be starting that journey soon. More to come on that. Wow, it's just really weird. I feel like it's bittersweet because I don't hate bedside nursing. I definitely outgrew it and I wanted to move on to something else. But I think everybody kind of has a love-hate relationship with bedside nursing because it can be very trying and very hard at times, but also very rewarding and awesome at times. I'm so thankful for my time in the ICU and all the people I've met and the people that taught me and the people that I took care of and the things I got to see, because all that stuff led to me becoming a CRNA, and it will make me a better CRNA. And I still feel really weird saying I'm a CRNA. It doesn't feel real still. I think it's been 3 weeks since I took boards and it still hasn't fully sunk in. I feel weird about everything right now. Like, there's so many changes going on, but they're all good changes and they're all growth. And this situation kind of reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, which I kind of apply to everything in my life, and that is, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And I'm not sure exactly who said that quote, but I think it's so true, because right now I am kind of scared and nervous, but in a very good way, because I'm doing something that's out of my comfort zone, and one day that will become comfortable, but right now it's not comfortable yet. My CRNA job probably won't start until August because of credentialing and everything that's been going on. So I plan to take July off and just spend time doing whatever I want, because I've been in school or working forever. So me and Jon talked about it, and he suggested that I just take the month of July off before I start my CRNA job. And I was like, don't have to tell me twice. I'll do that. So I guess right now I'm officially unemployed until further notice. If you can't tell, this is my like end of night shift delusional rant. If you've seen my night shift videos before, you know I get kind of rambly at the end of night shift. But actually I feel really great right now. I'm not even tired, and I only slept for like 2 hours before work last night, so that's pretty good. And I guess that's where I'll wrap things up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video. Thank you for joining me on my last shift ever as an ICU nurse. I really appreciate you following along. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like this video, give it a thumbs down, and leave a comment below if you want. And as always, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week.